Namaste. Today we are going to enjoy a relaxing pranayama practice together. You'll want to grab a bolster or a couple of blocks or a cushion to sit on for comfort. We'll start out simply by observing our natural breath, and then we're going to deepen it to using diaphragmatic breathing. From there, we'll continue to use our diaphragmatic breathing, but we'll move with the breath. And then after that, we'll explore Viloma Pranayama. We'll add some spinal stretches and twists for good measure. And then we're going to finish up with a breathing exercise that is new to me, but very enjoyable, and that is Bhramari Pranayama. So to begin, let's just sit tall. Check your seat. Make sure your sit bones are stable on the ground or your cushion. See that your hips are even and that your shoulders are square over your hips. Your chin should be level. You can close your eyes and just kind of go within. Find yourself in the moment and follow the breath. No need to change the breath to begin with. Just observe how the breath is as it comes in through the nose, warms in the pharynx and goes down into the lungs. Feel how your exhales are. Notice if there's any tension in the breathing. Just inhale and exhale naturally. Notice if the spine fluctuates with any slight movements while you breathe. Place a hand over your sternum and notice how your hand moves with the inhalations and exhalations. Take your other hand, place it over your belly, and again just follow the natural breath in and out, taking note of how your hands move with each breath. Now let's deepen the breath. We'll involve the diaphragm more actively. As we inhale, the belly will draw out as the diaphragm draws down, increasing the capacity for lung expansion. And as you exhale, contract everything in. The belly goes in, the diaphragm goes in and up. You expel every bit of air from the lungs. Relax the diaphragm for the inhale. Full deep breaths, inhale and exhale, using the diaphragm to really deepen each portion of the breath. Belly goes out with the inhale, sit tall. Exhale, collapse in, but keep the spine long. Diaphragm goes in and up, actively expelling the air for the exhalation. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Try to keep the inhalations full and deep, matching the exhalations, full and complete. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands, return to your normal breathing. Just take a moment to look within again, observe the breath, see how it feels now that we've actively engaged the diaphragm for that full breathing. Next, we're going to move with the breath. You're still going to use the diaphragm to assure full inhalations and exhalations, but we're going to move. So take the arms out to the sides, inhale out and up, and exhale, float your hands down. Inhale up and exhale down. Use the diaphragm to contract, fully expelling the air from the lungs. Inhale, release, the belly expands, the chest fills with air, and exhale, completely emptying the lungs. It's pranayama, but it's a moving pranayama. Inhale one last time. Belly goes out, fill the lungs completely, and exhale, contract up and in, expel the air, and we're done. Return to your normal breath. And let's move on to Viloma Pranayama. Since we're already seated, we'll just stay seated and practice stage 4, Viloma Pranayama, but we can change the cross of our legs and reestablish the seat. Viloma Pranayama can bring a feeling of ease and lightness. It's still a pranayama practice where we're filling the lungs completely and exhaling the lungs completely, just as we did with diaphragmatic breathing. The key difference is in stage 4 Viloma Pranayama that we'll fill the lungs in parts. We'll sip in some air and hold. We'll fill the lungs more fully and hold. We'll fill the lungs completely and hold. And then we'll exhale in one fluid, long exhalation. And then we'll repeat that process. If at any time your breathing feels uncomfortable during this pranayama practice, please return to your normal breathing and then join in again when you're ready. So let's just, before we begin, kind of feel how this works. So we know we're going to break it down into thirds, so you can kind of plan how much you'll inhale each time. If you put your hands on your belly, you can feel your abdomen expand as the diaphragm pulls the air into the lower third of the lungs. We're going to hold here, and then we're going to use the side ribs to expand sideways and fill up the second third of the lungs. The diaphragm's already engaged. To finish filling the lungs completely, we'll use our chest muscles to keep it open, filling the lungs fully, and we'll hold at the top. And then we'll exhale all the air completely, contracting everything in together. The diaphragm goes in and up, our lungs are empty, and then repeat. So just sit still for a moment, close your eyes. Focus on your natural breath. Then after your next exhale, we'll begin. Inhale a third and hold. Inhale a second third and hold. Inhale the last third. The lungs are full. We're holding them completely filled with air. And then exhaling, all the air comes out. Inhale a third of the way in. The diaphragm pulls the air into the lower lungs. We're holding. Inhale a second third. The side ribs expand. We're holding. The lungs are full of air. The chest is broad. We're holding the air in. And then we exhale completely. All the air comes out. Again, lower third. Inhale and hold. Second third. Inhale and hold. Fill the lungs to the tops. Hold. And exhale completely. One more time. And don't forget, you can return to natural breathing anytime this feels uncomfortable. Fill the belly. Inhale and hold. Fill the mid lung. Inhale and hold. Fill the lungs to the tops. Fully held breath. And exhale completely. And relax. Resume your normal breathing. So close your eyes. See how you feel after that practice. While it's known to bring a feeling of ease and lightness, it can take some practice to get to that point where that comes more readily to you. So let's take a little break. In the meantime, we'll do some moving with the breath. Reach our arms out and up, inhaling again. This feels so good. And then exhaling the breath completely. We're still doing diaphragmatic breath. We're using all of our accessory muscles for breathing. Inhale and exhale. Contract the diaphragm in and up. Side stretch. You can feel each section of the lungs. Inhale and exhale. Other side. Inhale. Feel the lungs stretch. And exhale. Fill the lungs with air, each individual lobe. And exhale. Filling the lungs, 2 on the left, 3 lobes on the right. And exhale. One more. We'll twist. Lift the arms up as you inhale. Fill the lungs and exhale. Rotate. Stretch tall with the inhale. Twist deep with the exhale. Inhale and release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale and release. Okay. One more pranayama practice. Let's switch our seat around. We've been cross-legged for a little while. We can sit back in Virasana or hero's pose. Kind of get yourself comfortable again. Make sure you're not leaning back or leaning forward. Just nice and straight and tall. Shoulders over hips. Everything's level. So Bhramari Pranayama is named after the Indian black bee and for the humming sound that it makes. We will make that humming sound on exhalation for this breathing exercise. Now, it's often done with Sammukhi Mudra, where you're using your hands to cover the ears, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth and seal them off. But if you're new to this, just beginning, and you want to just use your index fingers to close with the cartilage to block the ears and then close your eyes on their own, that's just fine. So what we'll do is we'll breathe naturally first, of course, exhaling. Then we'll take a big, deep inhale, just as we have been all along. We'll close the ears and the eyes or engage in the mudra, and then exhale with a humming sound. Now this humming sound resonates very much like the sound of Om, and it also brings that same sense of calm and soothing. They say also that Bhramari Pranayama is good for insomnia, so there's that. So again, sitting tall, close your eyes, and just breathe your natural breath for a moment. Feel how long your spine is, inhaling and exhaling. Bring either your index fingers to your ears or activate the Sammukhi Mudra. After your next natural exhale, you're going to inhale deeply and exhale with a humming sound. Inhale deeply and exhale with a humming sound. We'll do it again. Your inhales and exhales may be longer than mine. Your humming may be steadier or unsteadier than mine. Every practice is individual. So inhale deeply and exhale. You may also want to experiment with different pitches. Inhale and exhale. One last time, let's inhale together and exhale, hum. And then rest the hands down on your thighs. Keep your eyes closed a moment. Let your breathing return to its natural, quiet state. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice how you're feeling after our pranayama practice. Gently open your eyes, hands together. Take a deep breath in, exhaling with a sigh, and namaste. Thank you.